These are the brand new Deluxe Fat Mojo Smiling Critter Plushies. These are the full set of all 8 of them, and in today's video we'll be going to do a full review on every single one of these critters. Since I already did a full review on CatNap like months ago, I'll just be reusing the footage from that video since my thoughts haven't changed. But since all the other 7 critters are brand new and literally just came in the mail a few days ago, I'll be doing a quick short review on every single one of them since they all kind of have the exact same plush body type. So without further ado, let's just go and start off with CatNap, and then after that we're going to move on to DogDay. But let's just go and review and unbox or unwrap CatNap. If you're wondering why I'm opening it up and why all the boring stuff is happening, this plush you so far can only get it on Walmart. I think it'll be going on Epic Drops soon. Epic Drops is the retailer that ships it, and it retails for like $20. So to be fully honest, not that bad. It's of course the US, so if you live in like Canada or something like that, I don't know if it's still gonna ship. But yeah, this is the plush. We have it open. Let's reveal the CatNap. Look at that. CatNap looks just amazing, I gotta say. Like, I did not really expect this CatNap plush to look this good, but somehow he does. But before we actually look at the plush, we should look at the tag because, you know, that's the thing you're going to be seeing in the store and scanning. This, of course, is the tag. As you can see, it says Poppy Playtime, showing jump scare, huggy wuggy, looking right at you with the trademark, making it look all scuffed up and scraped up, even though it's not. It's just the printing design. In the back, it has the scanning barcode. It says Fat Mojo, Mob Entertainment, Poppy Playtime, all rights reserved, yada, yada, yada. But it says CatNap up top, of course. Like I said, this plush in retail for $20, and you might be able to actually find this in stores too. I got this online, like I said. You can see the little butt tag there. I guess it says Poppy Playtime, and you know, just all the good stuff you usually know inside of a tag. Open it up, Fat Mojo, all that stuff. But I didn't really expect Fat Mojo to make a really good CatNap plush. But yet, here we are with this. I'm going to put the render of CatNap right here. And as you guys can see in my hand, this render of CatNap versus this version of CatNap definitely looks pretty good. It's pretty accurate compared to the other one. So without further ado, let's go look at the body first before we look at the head, even because, you know, the head is like the biggest part of the plush. But if you look at the body here, you guys can see he has the dangling legs like it's supposed to. It's fluffy, it's soft, it's comfortable, and of course he has both of his tiny little arms that could go on both sides. And of course they're pretty thin, but of course it's still really soft. It has good embroidery designs, of course, in the fingers here. It looks really good. I really have nothing else to say. Both the arms are just the exact same, and if you turn it around, you guys can see he's not thick like the other plush. He's just a regular thickness and looks just like the game. The body is, like I said, really accurate, except for one feature, of course, being the tail. As you guys can see, the tail is not like, I don't know, 2 feet long. In the game, we know that the tail is really long, but in here, the plush sadly does not have a long tail. As you guys can see, it's just a regular length tail. But let's go and actually look at the main feature here, being the zipper and the front of it. Of course, the zipper here does not have the moon charm, sadly. If you turn it around, it's actually fluffy, which is pretty strange, versus the top, which is just a smooth, it's not even metallic, it's reflective, it's smooth, but it's just like a thin piece of fabric. It's not even like any plastic, nothing like that. And if you lift it up, there is a zipper here, but it's a non-functioning zipper. You cannot open up the zipper, you cannot pull down. It's just there for aesthetic purposes, which is really good. I do like the aesthetic purposes are there, but it would have been cool if we were able to open it up and if it would have had a better charm, but I guess the budget went everywhere else in the plush. So let's just look at the other CatNap plush here, if you guys can actually see. This is the other CatNap plush. You could definitely see some of the differences. The CatNap plush from Mob Entertainment is a lot bigger than the CatNap one here. Even though this one's called the Deluxe one, this one still is bigger. It has an actual moon charm, might not be reflective, but it actually works as a zipper. You can open it up, and of course the color of the pouch of the zipper being gray is more game accurate. But of course you can open up the Mob one, but you just can't put anything inside of it, sadly. But as you guys can also see here, the arms are a lot thicker, it's a lot stiffer, this plush, and it has weird fluff here, which is not in the game, which this plush does a good job of course, doing differently. But this one does have like the long 2-inch tail, so the Mob official one does have that, of course, going for it. But now let's go and actually look at the main feature of the plush, being, of course, the head. This is, of course, the main feature that everybody's going to be probably looking at. CatNap's head. As you guys can see, his eyes are the main feature that always sticks out to me when I look at a CatNap plush, and of course, the shape of the head. As you guys can see, his nose is sadly not a plastic mold, which is pretty sad, but it's embroidered there, and it has a good layer of thickness to it, as you guys can see there. And you can also see me in the reflection if you look hard enough. But yes, it's pretty sweet to see how they put the embroidery here, and it's the same shape as the game, unlike the other CatNap plush where we will be looking at a little bit later on. The eyes are of course still hard plastic, which is amazing. It's game accurate to that, and also it's really thin, as you guys can see. It doesn't poke out. It's not like a big sphere. It doesn't poke out of his head. It's just like the game where it's a thin little disc in there, and it's just amazing how they actually did that. And I really do love that. I hope more plushies decide to do this, like the YouTube's plushies, if we do ever get those, you know. Yeah, those. But as you guys can also see here, his mouth. The one problem I of course do have about it is, one, it doesn't have the little gas tank thing there. The official didn't even have that. And two, it's just flat. As you guys can see, it kind of sticks out if you turn his head like that. It doesn't go in like it should be like in the game. It's supposed to be a gaping hole. It still looks like one from the video, but the more you look at it, the more you realize it is, of course, fabric. No cardboard, nothing like that. It's just fabric, you know? And of course, the one other thing is the ears. The ears do have a little bit of a thickness. It doesn't go around his head like, of course, the in-game model does, but he also doesn't have the little indent in his head, which the game does have, and sadly, none of the plushes so far do have that. His head is, of course, pretty thin. It's, like, not too thick. It's a good layer of plush, and in my hand, as you guys can see, it's a good size. This is a good CatNap plush if you really want one, and also, it's cheap, too. So let's go and actually look at this CatNap versus the other CatNap, as you guys can literally see here. There's a lot different with the head. Like, one, the eyes poke out of that one, it doesn't. The head is so much more thicker in the official versus the other official. Wait, they're both official. The Mob Entertainment versus Fat Mojo one, the ears definitely go over, which it should be on this one. The ears are way bigger on this one, which it should not be. The nose is a different type on the official one, or the Mob one, but it does have, of course, a different type of a nose shape versus the Fat Mojo one. I'm getting really confused here. The gaping hole is a lot bigger on the official one here, or the Mob here. And then this another official is really confusing when you have multiple officials, of course, does not actually go in. So yes, as you guys can see, there is definitely a lot of differences here. And if you want to go, you could definitely go inch by inch, compare every single one of them. But it's just pretty sweet to see both the CatNaps side by side. But at the end of the day, if I have to pick a CatNap plush, I'm going to have to go with the, Fat Mojo one. Yes, the Mob Entertainment is bigger, but remember, that Mob plush cost around, I don't know, $38. Shipping and tax should almost equal to $50 versus the $20 you're pay for this plush and the $3 shipping. So would you rather pay $23 or pay literally double for that plush? That is your opinion to choose. I literally got them both for reviewing purposes, and also because I love CatNap. Because look at CatNap, man, he's perfect. Now he's going to be my favorite CatNap plush. Officially licensed Hoppy Playtime product, so yes, you cannot say it's not official, like you guys kept putting in the other comment just because it was a pre-order. But anywho, like I was saying, guys, this is an amazing plush. I really do love this CatNap plush, and don't forget to check out my other CatNap review. And if you're still waiting for the DogDay plush from Mob Entertainment, it has not shipped. It's a pre-order going in May. You guys need to realize that. But yes, I give this plush an 8 out of 10. Why? Because it has some problems with the ears, of course, the whole mouth, the charm, and the zipper. But beside that, it's an amazing plush that is really faithful to the game, unlike the other one, which you guys might like the other one. I do love the other one. Never said anything wrong with it. It's a really good plush. But when you want to compare it here, this one also doesn't look derpy and doesn't come in shipped a little bit wonky. But yeah, that's really going to be it for it. I really hope Fat Mojo makes more of the smiling critters, because this is really amazing, and I really want to see other ones like DogDay, CraftyCorn, other ones like that. Anyway, see y'all in the next video. Goodbye, and stay tuned for the YouTube short of me comparing both of these really quickly. That's it for CatNap. Let's go and actually move on to... Wait, what's that? Is that my brand new limited edition It's Lightning plushie? Yes, speaking about plushies, I just released my brand new limited edition It's Lightning plushie. It'll be available only for a limited time on Onage. So if you guys would do a big favor and help me out by buying them in the link in the description, it'll really make my day. Or maybe my week or month or year, who knows? And who knows, maybe if you guys review him, I might maybe comment, I might maybe even talk about it in a video later on, who knows? But that's it for the self-promotion. Let's go and actually hop onto the DogDay plush review. Okay, so we have DogDay here. Now, as you guys can see, he's just in his plastic wrapping and, of course, just there. And also, if you guys are wondering why I go and release him from his plastic prison, each of these do retail for the price of around, like, what? 20 bucks each, so it's a lot cheaper literally like more than 50% off of the Mob Entertainment versions, which of course are a lot more expensive but also a lot more detailed, which this video won't be a comparison really between both of them. I will talk about differences, but this video is not really mainly for the differences. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments below. But let's just go and actually start off with the tag. As you guys can see, we got the brand new Smiling Critter tag. Sadly, mine is a little bit bent, but it says Fat Mojo, it says Dog Day, and it shows the Smiling Critters Poppy Playtime, just showing the new Dog Day art. And if you turn it around, this is official licensed product, just other little stuff like that. And also, I sadly do not know if you could find these in stores or if they're going to be like only online. I got them on Epic Drops, so you get them all for the same exact price on Epic Drops. Let's just go and actually look at our boy Dog Day here. He has the exact same body type as CatNap. Let me just go and get CatNap from a graveyard of plushies here. As you guys can see, the body looks a little bigger actually. So it looks like they did make an improvement, making the plushies a little bit bigger. But one of the other main differences is of course the tags. As you guys can see, instead of just having Poppy Playtime with the Huggy, they all have their own unique critter tag. So I wonder if they're going to be doing that and updating CatNap with like a new plush body or just the new tag, but I guess time will be able to tell if they're gonna do that. But yeah, as you guys can see, we got the dangly legs there for Dog Day, got his colors on. Sadly, his charm amulet is just like the piece of fabric here where it's just some printing on here. It's not bad printing, it does have that metallic look to it, just kind of copy the game, which I do like how it's having that reflective look as it should in the game. And of course, it has a zipper, which you sadly cannot use just for aesthetic purposes. And he has the dangly little arms, which definitely do not look that right if you want to consider it. But beside that, let's just go on to the actual head here. I do like the eyes, even though I do feel like they're too flat, and I do feel like the official ones are too round. I don't think we're ever gonna get that perfect sweet spot that is the games. And of course, the mouth is just like kind of sticking out, the black part. It's supposed to be going more like in, like it's supposed to be more like in, if you know what I mean, in the game. Sadly, it's not like that. Also, his nose is not hard, it's just embroidered on there. And his ears do have details in the back, something that the Mob Entertainment one does not have. As you guys can see here, we have embroidery and some nice details in the back of the ears, which is just some nice little touch to add there. Also, it's kind of like sewn in on that angle, so you could kind of get like the Dog Day ears. If you bring it up a little bit like that, as you guys can see, you got the full-on Dog Day ears. And with the head being a little bit too heavy leading on the side, just gives it a good like smiling critter effect to it. Yes, that does mean he cannot stand on his own and he possibly will fall, but this is still an amazing Dog Day plush, only if his head and like the head of CatNap, the shape was a little bit more in on the head instead of just being round. I feel like that's a problem with a lot of these, just they're too round. But beside that, I do think he is really good. He also has a little Dog Day tail. Yes, it's a lot smaller than the other one, but what do you expect? It's definitely a smaller plush. And I already did a video here showcasing like the mini version, and this is just the deluxe version, so we've got a lot of Dog Day plushes. But anyway, I think it's time to get off Dog Day and actually review the next critter, being CraftyCorn. Yes, let's just get good old CraftyCorn and move Dog Day aside just to look at CraftyCorn here. As you guys can see, this is just the deluxe version of the smaller CraftyCorn, which I, of course, like I said, I already did a video on that. This is just the smaller version, if you will. Let's just go and free CraftyCorn from her plastic prison there. Let's go. CraftyCorn is now free, and this is CraftyCorn. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. First thing I noticed that the eye is damaged. Mine literally has a crack like on the eye, which kind of sucks. Has a scratch mark and a crack on it. Like, rest in peace. That just truly sucks. But CraftyCorn, definitely in my opinion, is the worst one of the bunch. I do like the amulet charm thing, even though it's not really a charm, it's just a piece of fabric here. I like how it's metallic and stuff like that. Mine also looks a little bit damaged. You got the exact same plush body type as everyone else, except for the hooves, because different characters like Bubbaphant and CraftyCorn, and of course Piggy all have hooves like this. So it's interesting to see how they actually went and added them in there. But beside that, the body is literally just the exact same, except for the whole unicorn tail in the back, just CraftyCorn's tail. Pretty interesting. CraftyCorn still also has the whole hair piece that the other CraftyCorn has. This one feels a lot more softer and a lot more like memory foam squishy type, with the bottom also being sewn in, just leaving like a gap like the other plushie. As you guys can see, you could easily just get a bald Crafty right there. Also, the ears look like it's just bent out of place, as you guys can see with the embroidery there. We also got the horn here with just there. Not metallic or anything like that. Sadly, it's just the regular horn. I do think this CraftyCorn plush is not as bad as the mini one, but I do feel like they could have done a lot more to make this plush better. The mouth does have a good smile like before, but exactly like DogDay and CatNap, the mouth, the black part just does not go in. It gets kind of just flat down. If you look at a photo, it looks pretty good, but versus actually in hand, it's not that bad. I do feel like CraftyCorn in the stock photos and everything like that makes the plush look a lot worse, but it does look pretty good in person. But the Mob Entertainment one definitely takes the W. That is, without a fact, the best one out there. We also got the butt tag here being Poppy Playtime, and just showing the whole regular tag here that we got. All of them literally have this exact same one. But I do think it's it for CraftyCorn. Let's just go and actually move on to a different one. Being Piggy. Yes, this is the closest one for me to grab, so that's why I'm going Piggy next. So let's just go and move CraftyCorn aside and go and look at Piggy. As you guys can see, let's just go and release Piggy from the shell. Like I said already multiple times, all these, dang it. Like I said multiple times, all these plushies cost the same. I don't know if they're going to be like, you know, out there totally like in stores, but they should be shipping worldwide, so you guys could definitely just go and get them on Epic Drops if you want. But this is Piggy. Piggy does not feel as stuffed as CraftyCorn. Feels a lot more softer and a lot more like memory foam-ish. Also, the nose is like really big for some reason. I don't know why that's even a thing. But here's Piggy, and I gotta say, like, it's not a bad plush. As you guys can see, this is the Piggy tag here. As you guys can see, we got some brand new Piggy art. Piggy art with, of course, the Fat Mojo logo, the smiling critters, Poppy Playtime. Turn it around, it has the exact same officially licensed stuff. Same thing with the little butt tag there too. But as you guys can see, with the amulet or charm, it's still the exact same fabric one here. It's just, you know, metallic. The same thing, just the apple here with the zipper you can't even use, and the exact same plush body type as CraftyCorn because of the same horn. I mean hooves, because of the same hooves. In the back, as you guys can see here, we got one of those Piggy tails that kind of just stretch. You can pull it a little bit, and it goes pretty far, but then it just goes and wrinkles back up as a little Piggy tail. But I think we should just always focus on is the heads of all these. Same thing with all the other smiling critters, just the wide smile, but also the blackness does not go in, sadly. But Piggy here does not have any damage, unlike CraftyCorn. And the ears, I do feel like looks pretty good, but I do feel like the nose is too up and just too big, as you guys can see from this angle. It just does not look good. And also in the game, they used hard plastic for the nose, so it's kind of sad to see that they just use fluff and soft material. I actually do have the official Mob Entertainment Piggy plush right next to me, so I could just go and look at the differences. And as you guys can see, the Mob Entertainment one definitely takes the cake for being the better plush. In the beginning, I kind of did not like the Mob Entertainment one, but seeing right next to the Deluxe one is not bad at all. You guys could just definitely see the difference here. Yeah. I definitely know which plush I would like more. But it's still not a bad plush, like I said. It's still a good plush. You got the same old eyes. They just use those for every single one of them. But I feel like the main problem within all these plushies is just the head shape being a circle. But without further ado, I think that's really pretty much it. I think we looked at everything Piggy has to offer. So let's go move on to the next one, being actually my favorite plush of all of them, being Bubbaphant. Hey, before we actually go and move on to Bubbaphant, if you guys would like to do a huge favor and subscribe, it will really make my day. But if you already are, you don't have to. It's totally fine. But just hitting a little button, it'll just make my day if you aren't. So now let's just go and actually hop on to the Bubbaphant review. I feel like he's probably going to be the best one, and I will explain why. So let's just go and move Piggy out of here. Bye-bye, Piggy. And let's just go and open up and release Bubbaphant from his prison. Let's just go. There he is. And now Bubbaphant is free-ish. Come on, just don't get stuck there. Yeah, there he is. Now Bubba is free. Look at him. Exactly like all the other Smiling Critter plushies, he has the exact same butt tag, and of course he has his tag. The only thing different showing Bubbaphant there with some brand new art. I'm pretty sure I never even seen that one before. Showing Fat Mojo, Smiling Critters, and if you turn it around, has the exact same one as the other ones. Also, his plush body is literally the exact same as Piggy and CraftyCorn with the same hooves. One thing that also is pretty sad is just how like less stuffed his arms look. I think it's just one plush problem. I don't think all of them's gonna come out like that. He still has little dangly legs. He still has the zipper he cannot use, and of course the charm still using that metallic type like fabric type they didn't use for CatNap. It's like a new one. I don't know what it is, but it uses printing and it still looks pretty good. Like, look at this. And of course in the back, as you guys can see, he has this tail, which is actually really cool. I didn't even know they're going to even do that, but for Bubbaphant, this is another reason why he's probably my favorite one. I didn't even notice this as a feature. They actually added in a metal rod in his tail, meaning that you're able to actually go and bend it and it gets to stay and keep in the same exact position, which is really interesting. Like, you can have it like curved like that and it'll just stay like that, or you can just have it straight out and it'll just stay straight out. It's really interesting to see what they did here. It's definitely an interesting tail out of all of them. And when it comes to his head, he also has some interesting details. I do like how his ears are kind of, are they also like bendy-ish? No, his ears are just kind of like staying in other positions, unless they did have something in there. I don't know. As you guys can see, his ears aren't as big as what's it called again, the Mob Entertainment's version, and this one is supposed to be more, of course, accurate, because Bubbaphant is supposed to have small ears. He has this trunk here. Of course, his head is not as round as other plushies, which I definitely do like. Don't know why his eyes are like, and you can also do like funny photos like that. But beside that, I really do love the Bubba plush here. It looks really good and really accurate to the game, but I love how cute the Mob Entertainment one is, so they're both kind of tied in my opinion of which one's better, but I just really do love the way he looks. And that's how he looks in the back, his ears and everything like that. You might want to like iron out or just do something to his ears to help him get straight, because shipping could definitely do some damage to these boys. But I do think that's it for Bubba. Let's actually go and move on to the next one I'm pretty interested in, being the one and the only Hoppy Hopscotch. So let's just go move Bubba out of the way, and let's go and actually open up Hoppy Hopscotch. I do think that Hoppy Hopscotch is like my second favorite plushie out of all of them. Out of all my Smiling Critter characters, or out of all the Smiling Critter characters, I definitely like Hoppy the most for many different reasons. But now it's the moment of truth to see if Hoppy has metal rods in her ears. Let's see. And she does. That's absolutely insane. Yes. Hoppy has metal rods in her ears. That's it. Officially my second favorite one out of all of these. As you guys can see with the tag, we got some brand new Hoppy Hopscotch art. We're saying Hoppy Hopscotch, and of course Fat Mojo, Smiling Critters, all that good stuff. Showing at the back, officially licensed product, and of course the Mob Entertainment butt tag we got like before. Hoppy uses the exact same plush type as all the other critters with arms, just the exact same dangly arms. The only thing different is of course the charm, showing a little lightning bolt, which is really cool and fitting for my channel. That's the reason why I mainly like Hoppy Hopscotch, because of the lightning bolt, and also because bunnies are pretty cool. And if you turn it around, as you can see, we got the little bunny tail there, not as big as Mob Entertainment's one, but still pretty good. And of course the face, I do feel like mine is a little bit like damaged or something like that, but I really do like the way the plush looks. As you guys can see, the ears are like the same green and the same color. I feel like it's a little bit too light, but I don't know. And of course the ears have metal rods in it. Look at that. Exactly like Mommy Longlegs or like Bubba's tail. As you guys can see, you could go and bend the ears or bend, you know, in any position that you want, which is just really cool. And since I do have the official Hoppy Hopscotch plush for Mob, let's just do a mini little comparison, since this video is not mainly doing a full comparison, but these are both of them. As you guys of course see, Mob Entertainment is a lot bigger, and I feel like it's a lot better than the Fat Mojo one, but they both have cool features. I do like how Fat Mojo's ears are bigger, as you guys can see, more bigger than the Mob Entertainment's version. So that's also a nice little detail that they didn't have to add, but they still did anyways. But I really do love this plush. I do think it's definitely my second favorite out of the Fat Mojo ones, because like for 20 bucks is not that bad. You get a pretty good plush, got the bending ear features, it's got all the good features to make a really great plush. But I do think that's gonna be it for Hoppy. Let's just go and move on to the next one, being Bobby Bearhug. So let's just go and move Hoppy Hopscotch out of here. And let's just go and actually open up Bobby Bearhug and release her from her plastic prison and see if this is going to be a good plush or not. Let's just go, and boom. There is Bobby Bearhug. And I gotta say, I feel like they did her dirty with the face. Before we go and actually talk about that, as you guys can see, this is the little cutout here, or the tag. This is the brand new Bobby art. Look at her. It just looks great. I feel like I did see this one before, but also it's pretty cool to see. It shows the smiling critters, and in the back showing the exact same stuff we already seen before. So yes, and actually looking at the whole body plush type, as you guys can see, it's literally just the exact same. Got the dangly arms, the same arms and legs, little dangly legs, I would say, and of course the same zipper you sadly cannot use. But I do like how this one is a little bit more stiffer. Like, it feels like they put more, like, I don't know, cardboard or something in between here, making it not get bent easily, and also just having like a thinner little like stem above. But it's still being metallic and reflective, so you can see the heart shape, which is just a nice little detail. But one thing, of course, I do not like, they also have the exact same tail as Hoppy Hopscotch, so I won't be surprised if they just use the exact same plush body and just added in the heart and just changed the colors. But as you guys can see for the head, I feel like they did something wrong. The ears definitely should not be placed that above. The ears should be placed a little bit more separately, like at least that. But no, it's too close together. Same thing with the eyes, and the whole entire head just looks like a circle. Even the nose looks a little bit off. It doesn't even look like that in the game. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, making it just look like it sticks out a little bit too much. I don't know. Also, it's got the embroidery here. It just does not look that good. Like, I love Bobby Bearhug as a character, and I love that as a smiling critter, but just Fat Mojo did not do a good job making her into a plushie. As you guys can see, that's definitely my opinion. You guys can let me in the comments below what do you guys do think about Bobby Bearhug, but I just do think her as a plushie just does not look that good. Like, look at her. Still not a bad plush, but just not the best one here. But now let's go and move on to the very last one, is, of course, Kickin. I did not save him for last for any reason. This is the other ones were kind of closer to me, and also I like them a little bit more. But let's just go and actually free him from his plastic prison, since this will be the last plastic prison he will be freeing, and of course I ripped it again. Let's just go and relinquish him to his cages down below. I keep on ripping. I don't know how this is actually happening. Don't know why I keep on ripping it. I literally do not know how. It just keeps on happening, and I can't really control it. But here he is, Kickin in the fluff, I guess. As you guys can see here, his tag just says Smiling Critters Poppy Playtime, showing the Kickin and some brand new Kickin art, of course, showing Fat Mojo and just other stuff like that. Turn it around, it's the exact same one we saw before. Same thing with the butt tag here. And also, his plush body type is a brand new one we actually never seen before. As you guys can see, his body looks a little bit thinner and a little bit smaller. Kind of reminds me of like CatNap, and I'm pretty sure they did use CatNap. But his arms also different, as you guys can see. It's like soft and fluffy. It's the chicken arms. Look at that. He has the very unique chicken arms here, with also the same little like this dangly legs and dangly arms. And also his star amulet is very big, still very flimsable and can definitely get damaged in shipping, but also reflective and nice. Also zipper you sadly cannot use. And in the back he has a very small little chicken tail. Don't know why it's very small, but it's just there in the back, just dangling. But now let's go and actually look at the head of it all. Kickin's head is also pretty good. Don't know why the eyes and everything's just popping out. The mouth is the exact same thing. You can go and stretch it if you wanted to like stretch a little bit more, but his mouth just looks a little bit crooked. Don't know if this is just my plush or if that's just the way that they're designed. The beak does stick out, which is good still, but in the game it's of course plastic, and here it's soft. Same thing that Mob Entertainment did. Don't know why I didn't really fix it here with this one. Got the same eyes, which I feel like should be spaced out a little bit. I feel like it's too close, making the plushies look a little bit dumb or like a knockoff a little bit. But of course he has his hair here. Considering to the game, they're not that bad. I do like the way it is. Look at that. You got the nice waves here. They are fully stuffed. They are nice, wavy, and they just do not look bad at all. That's why I do feel like the Kickin plush is really good. I do not hate this plush at all. In fact, Fat Mojo definitely did a great job making deluxe plushies. They're definitely not like the premium supply as Mob Entertainment's one, so definitely I would like the Mob Entertainment plushies versus all of these. Bubba is like the kind of exception here because he's pretty good, and of course CatNap. But I do think that's it for Kickin. Not that much really to say. Let's just go and actually hop into the last and final thoughts. And that is all of them. Out of the plastic into the glory. That's every single one of the brand new Fat Mojo Deluxe plushies. Out of all of them, I definitely do love CatNap the most, being not just the very first one, but the one that looks the best out of all the other ones. I don't know what's up, but all their eyes and everything just makes them look a little bit derpy. Even the head shape, with CatNap's head shape just looking the best out of all of them. Especially like CraftyCorn and Bobby Bearhug. I don't know what happened between both of them. They just look off. But at the end of the day, I do love every single one of them. Do I think they're worth 20 bucks? Yeah, I could definitely say they are worth 20 bucks. I would prefer you guys saving up for probably like the Mob Entertainment version, since they do look a lot better. But if you want something that's a little bit cheaper and better, or cheaper and still not as bad as knockoff ones. These are definitely be the one for you. Of course, this is not sponsored, and this is all my original thoughts. In a tier list, CatNap would definitely be number 1 because CatNap just looks the best. Then Bubbaphant would be number 2, with Hoppy Hopscotch being number 3, Piggy being number 4, DogDay being number 5, Kickin being number 6, CraftyCorn being number 7, and sadly, out of all of them, Bearhug just sadly looks the worst. Still not my least favorite character, it's just the plushie fat emoji just did not do a good job. But anyways, you guys can let me know in the comments below what do you guys think about all of them, and did you guys get them, and out of all of them, which one would you get? Don't forget to stay tuned for other reviews, and don't forget to watch this video here to see the full review on all the Mob Entertainment plushies. And if you want to see a comparison between these, like a whole video just talking about all of them, or if you just want to see separate videos or just separate shorts, you guys can all let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Goodbye.